All right, dear students, and welcome back to yet another session from Sisyaclass in the series Ultimate Bridge. And this is the last session. We have been covering so many sessions we have covered. And this, why we started this series, I just want to talk about it before I start. This series is to help students that are moving from grade 9 to grade 10. Now, since this is a relatively start period, only you have like 1 month or 2 months, and in many schools there is summer break going on, and you will be starting classes after the summer break. So this is just to show that grade 10 is very easy if you have like grade 9 concepts very solid. In this particular session, we are going to discuss statistics beyond graph finding mean, median, and more. Now, this is nothing new because why? You have studied statistics in grade 9 as well. I hope you remember statistics because all the formulas that we have studied in grade 9 will be required in grade 10 as well. That is a must thing. Right, and there were going to be multiple new formulas as well. And about this chapter, I'll just talk about this thing that in this chapter, it is a very high scoring chapter. You have to know the formulas and you do the calculation, right? Similar to what I talked about in surface area and volumes, the previous video. This is nothing but similar to that only. All right, so let's start. So first, let me just introduce myself. So dear students, my name is Rishab. If you don't know me yet, I'm maths master teacher here at Sisyaclass, and I've completed my education from IIT Jodhpur. All right, so let's begin without further ado. But before I start, I just want to talk about our maths 1 year program, which we have started for students from grade 3 to 10. Now, this program is a very exclusive program. The reason is that we are offering it this just rupees 999, and this is the complete fees for 1 year. Now, this program will be taken by all IIT and NIT teachers, and you will be getting exclusive access to Sysya AI as well. So, if you want to enroll, you can just scan the QR code that you are seeing right now, or you can check the link in the description box below. All right, let's start. So in class 9, what we studied what is group data. Earlier, before that, we studied what is discrete data, continuous data. So discrete data is a data which have a certain fixed value, right? Like total number of students in your class. They have fixed values like 7, 9, 8, or 10, or maybe 30 or 20, anything. A continuous data is like weight or height. That is continuous data. And continuous data we always tend to group when continuous data like is in the large value, the large numbers. We also studied how to represent the data using bar graphs, histogram, and frequency polygons. I hope you remember. In grade 10, what is going to cover? We are just going to focus on grouped data only, and we are going to learn how to find mean using three methods. We are going to find median and mode. So in total, there are going to be more or less like 5 to 6 formulas in this chapter. So you all the formulas are 5-star formulas. I will be noting this. I will be telling you in the latter part of the session. All right, so let's start. So, just to give an example, so let's consider a city, Vizag, that is Visakhapatnam, that is in Andhra Pradesh. So, if I ask, let's say now it is an AI generation, you can ask ChatGPT or Google. So, what is the rainfall on a particular day in Vizag? And here is the data in front of you. That, of course, Vizag is a very big city, right? So, there is multiple areas like RK beaches there and many other areas. So, the rainfall is measured like 32 millimeter, 20 millimeter, 27 millimeter, and 26 millimeter. But if I ask you, what is the average rainfall in the Vizag? Can I say it is 32? No. Can I say it is 28? Obviously no. Can I say 26, 26, 27 or 26? No. Right. So in order to find that, we have to find the average. Now, what is the average in statistic? We say that is a mean. So if we find average of these numbers, we will get a number around which all of these numbers are spread or distributed, and these numbers are the measure of central tendency. I hope you remember what is the measure of central tendency. We have mean, we have mode, and we have median. So we'll be discussing all of this one by one. So make sure you are having a notebook. If you don't have, quickly bring it because this session is going to be very, very, very important. And for grade 10, I'd say many of the students ignore this chapter a lot. I have seen in my experience, many students try to like push it for the last days of the exam, but that is not the case because this chapter is really, really scoring. And once if you understand this, nothing will stop you to score 100 of 100. All right. So before we proceed further, there are certain terminologies which you need to understand. First of all, what is a grouped data? So grouped data, suppose if we have, let's say we have 1000 amount of data, right? Now to put it in a Word or in an Excel sheet or in anywhere or in paper, it will be very hard to put 1000 values, right? So we use a technique. We group the data in the class intervals. I will tell you about that later. So let's read the definition. So group data is representation of data in groups called class, as I told you. So this is what we call as class, and this is what we call as data. And why do we do this? Because it becomes easy to represent too much data in less space. I hope everyone see what is the purpose of doing this is to make our job easier, right? So what is important that this range that you're seeing, 25 to 30, 30 to 35, 35 to 40, or 40 to 45, this is what we call as class interval. And this is nothing but data, right? Okay, let's move to what classes. So I already explained you. So this is a group like 25 to 30, 25 to 30, 30 to 35, 35 to 40, 40 to 45. This is nothing but the group. But what is need to be here is 2 points. First point is, suppose if we have 25 to 30, 25 is called as a lower limit. Again, I'm saying it is called as lower limit, and 30 is called as upper limit. For 30 to 35, lower limit is what? 30. And upper limit is what? 35. For 35 to 40, what is lower limit? 35. What is upper limit? 40. For 40 to 45, what is the lower limit? 40. And what is the upper limit? 45. Now, you must be thinking, sir, 25 to 30 and 30 to 35, we both have 30 and 30 here also and 30 here as well. So, in which class we should consider 30? That's why we are like telling a standard here that 35 to 30, the lower limit is inclusive. That is 25 to 30, 30 is not included here, but in 30 to 35, 30 is included here. That is, lower limit is inclusive, but the upper limit is not. For example, 25 to 30, 30 is not included, 30 is included in 30 to 35. 35 here also we have, 35 here also we have. In which case 35 is included and not included in which case? So 35 is included in this case? No, because 35 here is upper limit. So no, but in this case, yes. Similarly, 35 to 40. Is 40 included here? Why? 40 is the upper limit. So this is not included. But 40 in the lower limit, is it included? Of course, yes. I hope you understand this, what I'm trying to say. Right? Okay, let's move forward. Next, what is class interval? So if someone has asked you what is class interval, what you have to do? Nothing. The formula is difference between upper and lower limit. Class interval. Interval is the difference between the upper limit minus the lower limit. So 25, 30, what is the class interval? 5. 30, 30 to 35, what is the class interval? 5. 35 to 40, what is the class interval? 5. 40 to 45, 5 again. Understood. So what is the formula for class interval? Please make the notes, because this chapter is all about how good you are making at notes, how good are you making calculations, and how good you are at memorizing the formulas. Right. Let's move to next thing. Class mark. Now this is very important and five-star thing, because for every questions we are going to use this class mark that is given by X. This is the average of lower and upper limits. What do you mean by average? So suppose if you have to find class mark for this class interval 25 to 30, what will be the class mark? Class mark will be given by 25 plus 30 over 2. Similarly, for this class interval, it will be 30 plus 35 over 2. For this, it will be 35 plus 40 over 2. And for 40 to 45, again 40 plus 45 divided by 2. That is average of lower and upper limits. Why we use that, everything will be explained in the latter part of the class, but just let's understand the terminologies. I hope it is clear up till now. Again, if you have any confusion, you can always let me know in the chat box below. All right. Model class. Okay, what is mode? Mode is the value that occurs the most. Right. So model class is a class with the highest frequency. So we have classes here 25 to 30, so on, 30 to 35, 35 to 40, 40 to 45, and corresponding to that we have some frequency 12, 10, 8, 5. Now, which is the maximum here? Of course, 12. So corresponding to 12, what class we have? We have 25 to 30. So what is the model class here? So I will write model class in this case is 25 to 30. Why? Because it has the highest frequency. In this case, it is being 12. I hope it is clear. Great. Let's move forward. Now, how will I find mean? If we have to find mean, now for mean, for discrete data, I will consider one example. But for continuous data, we have three different ways. We have direct method, assumed mean method, and step deviation method. In this particular class, we are only going to deal with direct method. So if you want to learn assumed mean method, step deviation method, you can check out our LDC program, in which we are going to consider every genesis, how does assumed mean method comes, why does it work, and what type of questions you can expect in your board final examinations. And step deviation method, what is this method? I am telling you many students have problem, but I will be explaining you in much detail. But for this sake, we are just going to solve all problems using direct method. And just note down the formula. X bar, this is nothing but mean, is equals to summation of fi xi. What is fi? Fi is frequency. And what is xi? Xi is, in some cases it will become class interval. Okay, over summation of fi. I will be telling you everything. Don't worry about it. For now, pause the video and note down the formulas. Great. All right, let's move forward. So first question, what is the first question? First question is find the mean of first 10 natural numbers. Okay, very easy question. What are the first 10 natural numbers? It will start. Natural numbers start from which number? 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So we have 10 natural numbers. Now tell me, what is the formula for mean? This is discrete data first of all. Yes, but see, don't get confused. What is discrete? Discrete is something, if we have whole numbers, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that becomes discrete data, right? For example, anything that you can count. If I ask you how many students are there in class, that becomes discrete data. How, what is the number of population? Discrete data. So how will I find the mean for discrete data? Again, x bar, sum of all values, that is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10. And how many values I have in total? 10. Now let's add that 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 3, 6, 6, 10, 15, 21, 28, 36, 36 plus 9, 45, 45 plus 10, 55. So 55 over 10, or I will get the answer as 5.5. Clear? Nothing in this. Okay. Now, but if we have continuous data, how will I find the mean? So let's look at this question. The following table gives the literacy rate of 35 cities. So we have 35 cities. We have to find the mean literacy rate. So how to read this table? See, literacy rate, it is divided in intervals. So 45 to 55% literacy rate, we have 3 cities. Literacy rate for 55 to 65%, we have 10 cities. 65 to 75, 11. 75 to 85, 8. 85 to 95, 3. Now we have to find the mean. You're getting connected with real life. Don't just try to solve the question. Connect it with real life as well. All right. So how will I do this? In this case, first of all, I have to use this formula. Why? Because I'm only using the direct method. But we can solve it using this formula also, this formula also. If you want to learn in detail, you can join our master's program, 1 year program for just rupees 999. All right, let's proceed further. So suppose if I have to find this, I have to, this is, since this is interval, formula is what? X bar is equals to summation xi fi over summation of fi. Now, what is xi? Class mark. So I have to find class mark. If I have to find class mark 45 to 55, I have to find average. Now, if you have problem in that, 45 plus 55 over 2. That is, what is 45 plus 55? 100 by 2. That is 50. Or you can just see 45, 55, but what is the middle value? 50. 55 to 60, what is the middle value? 60. 70, 80, 90. Now, if I have everything, can I find the answer? Yes. Why? How? Let me do it here. X bar is equals to summation of xi fi over summation of fi. Very easy formula. Now, xi, I have, this is my xi, this is my fi. So what I will do, I will just multiply 3 times 50, I will get 150. Okay. Plus 10 times 60, I will get 600. Plus 11 times 70, 770. Plus 8 times 80, 640. Plus 3 times 90, 270. Over summation of fi. Summation of fi means summation of all these values. So 3 plus 10 is 13, 13 plus 11, 24, 24 plus 8, 32, 32 plus 3, 35. Can you solve this and tell me the answer in the comment box below? Nothing, just add them. 150 plus 600 plus 770 plus 640 plus 270 and divide the answer with 35. You will be getting the average, that is the mean that we have to find. Clear? I hope it is clear. Right. Let's look at one more question. The question that we have is 30 women were examined by doctor and number of heartbeats per minute were recorded and summarized as follow. What is it? Number of heartbeats per minute, and we have some women. So find the mean heartbeats. Again, very easy question. 65 to 68 to 68 to 74. I have class interval. What I have to find? I have to find class mark. So 65 to 68, I can find average 65 plus 68 by 2. Right. So in this table, it is summarized here. So class mark 65 to 68, 66.5, 68 to 71, 59.5, 71 to 54, 72.5. See, you don't have to do, you must be thinking, sir, we have to do so many calculations. No, dear students. See, just find 65 plus 68 by 2, you'll get 66.5. Now see, 65, 66.5, that means I'm adding 1.5. Yes or no? That is 65. If I add 1.5, I will get 66.5. Similarly, if I add 68, I just add 1.5. So I will get 69.5. This is 69.5. Next, I will add 71 plus 1.5, 72.5, 75.5, and so on, so on, so on. Now, how will I find average? Nothing. Same thing. Summation of xi fi over summation of fi. Now, xi fi was 66.5 by 2 plus 69.5 by 4. So I hope you can do that. 66.5 multiplied by 2 plus 69.5 multiplied by 4 plus so on, so on, so on over summation of Fy. Fy is this value, frequency. So 2 plus 4, 6, 6 plus 3, 9, 9, 8, 17, 77, 24, 24 plus 4, 28 over 30. Find it and tell me the answer in the comment box below. Nothing, just one formula we have. X bar is equal to summation of xi fi over summation of fi. I hope it is clear. See, in this case, if, just cross-check your answer. F and X I multiplied, I got 133, 238, 217.5, 604, 549.5, 326, 169. What I will do, I will just add all of them and divide it with the sum, that is 30, and I will have my answer. Clear. I hope it is clear. Very easy. Is it difficult? No. The only the problem is that you have if see if you're learning out for the first time, obviously it will feel a bit strange. But once you understand the formulas and once you do so many questions, tell me one thing. For this topic only, if I ask you to do 50 questions, after that, if I give you 51st question, will you ever do it wrong? No, right? That is why, dear students, I'm telling you, you have to learn with the best and you have to practice more because 10th class is very, very, very important. This first time you're giving board exam. All right, so I hope it is clear. Next, let's move to left. Let's move to mode. So mean is clear. Mean we have three types. We can solve it using three methods. Direct, assume mean, step deviation. Step deviation and assume mean we'll be discussing in the LTC program. And for the direct method, I've told you. Now mode. What is the mode? What is mode? Mode is the value that occurs the most. Right. For discrete value, how will you remember how we'll do? Okay, let's do one example to understand this. We have to find the mode of the following items. How will I do this? First thing first, I have to arrange it in the ascending order. So I have 0, okay, 1 0 gone, 1 0 gone. Next, I will see what is the value of 1. So I will write 1, comma 1 is also gone. Then 2, okay, 2, 2 also gone. Next is what 3, okay, 3 also gone. 4, 4, okay, 4 also gone. Then I have 4 5s, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 6. That is 6 and 6. Now, why did I arrange this? Despite we don't have to, like, it's not required to arrange it here. We can easily say that fives are coming 4 times. But when, see, in the exam, the questions can be very tricky as well. That is why it is very advisable to always arrange in the ascending orders for the better clarity. So in this case, what is the mode? Mode is 5. That is the most occurring value. But what if we have a continuous data like this? How will I find the mode? For this, dear students, we have a formula and note down this formula. This is a 5-star formula. You have to remember this. Mode is given by L plus in brackets F1 minus F0 to F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. Everything is important here. L is the lower limit of the model class. What is model class? The class with the highest frequency. H is what? Size of class interval. I'll be telling you just class interval, upper limit minus lower limit. F1 is the frequency of the model class. F naught is the frequency of the preceding of the class preceding the model class. That is model class is there, the model class before that. And F2 is the frequency that is succeeding. That is model class is there. This is before or this is after. I will help you understand with the help of an example. You will understand it better. So first of all, we have following data below 10 marks, number of students 8, below 20, 17, below 30, 32, below 40, 62, below 50, 80. Is it making sense to you? If I ask you how many students scored between 10 and 20, between 20 and 30, correct that this data is not showing me anything for my purpose. So what I will do, I will rearrange the data. So 0 to 10 students are 8, okay. 0 to 20 students was 17. If I subtract 0 to 10, I will get 9. Similarly, 0 to 30 students were 32. If I subtract 30 to minus 17, I will get 15. 30 to 40, 30, and 40 to 50, 80. You understood this? First thing is I had divided into class intervals 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20. What I did, see, suppose 0 to 10 students were 8, 10 to 20, 17. So how many between 10 and 20? Come on. I will just subtract 17 minus 8. I will get answer as 9. Clear? All right. Once I have done this, I can find this. Okay. Now look at this question. Number of students per teacher and number of states per UT. We have to find the mode of this data and interrupt the measure. For this previous question, if I ask you what is the model class, this question is asking only model class. So what is a model class? Obviously, model class is the the highest frequency 30. So model class becomes 30 to 40. What is the lower limit of model class? 30. What is the upper limit of the model class? 40. Clear. What is class interval? 10. Clear. All right. Let's look at this question. We have to find the mode and also interrupt the measure. So we have 15 to 20. Number of states is 3, 20 to 28, 25 to 29. So for first thing first, tell me one thing. For what is the formula? Formula is mode is given by L plus F1 minus F0 over this thing. Now tell me one thing. If you look at this thing, can you tell me which is the model class? How will I see this? See, the number of frequency 10. Corresponding to 10, we have this. So our model class becomes 30 to 35. If you have found this, nothing is there. So mode will be given by L. What is L? Lower limit of model class. In this case, it is 30. So I'm writing 30 plus in brackets F1. What is F1? F1 in this case is frequency of model class, that is 10, minus F0. What is F0? The frequency of the class preceding the model class. In this case, it is 9. So I'll write 9 over 2 times F1. What is F1? Frequency of the model class again. So 2 times F1, I will get 20. Minus F0. What is F0? Frequency of the class preceding the model class, that is 9. Minus F2. F2 is what class frequency of the class succeeding the model class. In this case, becomes 3 into H. What is H? H is the size of class interval. In this case, 20 minus 15, 5. So class interval is 5. So I just have to arrange it. So I will get 30 plus 1 over 8 into 5. So the final answer will become 30 plus 5 by 8. You can solve this, right? Okay, great. Let's move on to the median. Now, I hope mode is clear, mean is clear. Mean and mode are very easy. Median, I'd say it's a bit tricky, but nothing more than that. First, let's look at some terminologies. What is a median? It is a value that comes in the middle of the data set when arranged in ascending and descending order. But I again suggesting you whether you have to find mode, whether you have to find median, always arrange the data in ascending order. So median is the value that comes in the middle of the data set. Cumulative frequency is what? If I continue to add frequency one by one, I will get cumulative frequency. It is given by the number of times data occurs above or below the given value. So median class, first of all, we have to find median class. In model class, it is very clear. The class having the highest frequency. Now, median class is the class whose CF is greater than and nearest to n by 2. Okay, and the formula, I'll explain you, don't worry about that. Everything I will explain. Formula is median is given by L plus n by 2 minus CF over F into H. L is lower limit of median class, n by 2 is what? N is what? Number of observation, CF is what? Cumulative frequency of the class preceding the median class. Remember, CF is cumulative frequency of class preceding the median class, F is frequency of the median class, and H is class size or class interval. Okay, so first let's discuss for discrete data before we move to continuous. What is the question? Find the value of y from the following observation. If these are already arranged in ascending order, the median is given as 63. Now, first thing first, how many observations can you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So there are total in this case 9 observations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So which is the middle value? See, this and this. Gets it? That is y plus 2 is the median. So y plus 2 is 63. So what is the value of y? Y is 61. This is for discrete data, but the real game comes in continuous data. So let's understand. So the question is, find the upper limit of the median class from the following frequency distribution table. First thing first, can you tell me, is this continuous intervals 0 to 5, 6 to 11, 12 to 17, 18 to 23, 24 to 29? No. That means I have to make it continuous. Now remember, whenever I have to make them continuous, in this case, I will, in the upper class, I will add 0.5. And from the lower class, I will subtract minus 0.5. In that case, it will become continuous. So 0 to 5.5, there are 3 students. 5.5 to 11.5, 10. 11.5 to 17.5, 15. And 8 and 11 and so on. First, this is the essential condition that you have to do. Clear? Now, and whenever we have to find median, first of all, find the cumulative frequency. So if I find the cumulative frequency, what I'll do for cumulative frequency, I'll just keep on the value, adding the value. So 3, 10 plus 3, 13, 15 plus 13, 28, 8, 28 plus 8, 36, 36 plus 11, 47. So I have made CF also. All right. Now, how will I find the median class? So, dear students, to find the median class, what I will do, what is n? N is 47. I will do 47 by 2. So, what is 47 by 2? 23.5. Now, see, cumulative frequency 3? No. 13, is 13 greater than 23.5? No. Is 28 greater than 23.5? Yes. So this becomes my model class. Oh, sorry, a median class. So median class I can write as 11.5 to 17.5. You have to find the upper limit. Upper limit in this case becomes 17.5. And that, dear students, is the final answer. Right? But do we have to find upper limit here in this case? Okay. But how will I find median? See, let's go step by step. So let's look at this question. Find the median life of a lamp out of these 400 neon lamps. So n is given to us 400. We can anyway count it using cumulative frequency. So first thing, is this data arranged properly? Of course, yes. Next step, what I will do, I will just find CF. This is the formula, right? I will find the cumulative frequency. So if I try to find the cumulative frequency, I will just keep on adding the values, right? 14, 14, 56, 70, 130, and so on, so on, so on. N is for 400, and this is given in the question, right? See, 400 neon lamps, whenever you're doing the calculations, if your final answer for CF is 400, then that is correct. Okay. Now, first of all, how will I find median class? N by 2, 400 by 2, that is 200. 200 is coming where, dear students? 200 is coming here. I have to see first value that is greater than 200. 130, no. 130 is less than 200, but 216 is greater than 200. So my median class becomes 3000 to 3500. Clear? Right. So L, let's find median now. I will do it here. Median. It will be given a lower limit of the limit class. This is my median class. Lower limit is what? 3000 plus n by 2. N is what? 400. 400 by 2? 200. Minus CF. Now CF don't do 216. You can also see here, you will get the negative answer. We have to see the preceding value. In this case, it is 130. Over frequency of median class. What is frequency of median class? 216. And what is class size? Class size, you can easily find 2000 minus 1500, that is 500. Can you solve it and tell me the answer below in the comment box? That is the only way to see. Nothing is there. Once you understand the formulas, everything is clear. I hope it is clear up till now, whatever I told you. Yes. So we learned how to find mean, we learned how to find mode, we learned how to find mean. Now, of course, I have told you in very brief manner. For if you want to learn in detail, you can always tune into our LTC program. All right. Now there is a relation between mean, median, and mode. And this is first of all, this is empirical relation. What do I mean by empirical? This is not a full-fledged relation. No, this is just an empirical relation, which empirical means by if we have, let's say, one data set, two data set, three data set, if we observe, then it will come up with a relation that is called as empirical relation. The relation is 3 median is equals to mode plus 2 mean. Now, when is this useful? Is this useful in questions where all the three measures need to be found? So let's see this question. For a given data set, median is 20, mean is 22.5. We have to find mode. Now, see the relation. 3 median, that is 3 times 20, is equals to mode plus 2 mean. Mode I have to find, I will let x plus 2 times a mean, that is 22.5. Right. Can we solve this? 220 times 3, 60 is equals to x plus 22.5 into 2 is how much? 45. So mode, that is x, will become 15. So I can say that mode of this value is nothing but 15. Clear? Right. So in this chapter, what we studied, see, I have just covered this. Of course, this is the chapter that will take around, if you want to study in detail, this will take around 2 to 3 weeks. I just completed in one class. I rushed through many things. I haven't covered step deviation. I haven't covered Axiom, but if you want to learn all of that, dear students, you can always join our Maths 1 year program, which is for just rupees 999. We will be covering we are a team of top IIT and NIT teachers, and we will be covering everything in detail. And for right now, if you're enrolling, you're just going to get in rupees 999 only. And this is not just 1 month price, this is for 1 complete year. And you will get access to Sysya AI, which is one of a kind. You will never find this in all over India. That is my promise. You can enroll and see for yourself. All right. So thank you, dear friends, for tuning in. I hope this series was very helpful for you. If you have any feedback for us or if you have any doubts in this case, you can always let me know in the comment box below. I hope all the students that are watching here will join our LTC program. That is just see minimum price possible, 999 only. That is one less than 1,000. So you can see this, right? All right, dear friends, thank you so much for joining the series. We will be bringing some more amazing concepts, some more amazing videos in our next uh, set of videos. So stay tuned and do follow Sister Class if you haven't. All right, thank you. Bye bye. Take care.